Hey Scorpio, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your love energy check for November. And we're going to do a Old Wise Tree spread. We're going to do the situation love spread. And we're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. So I don't want to talk to anyone else. Let's see what you got going here for November, Scorpio. Happy birthday. Here we go. Okay, Scorpio. First, let's take a look at the Old Wise Tree here. And the first thing that I'm noticing, Scorpio, is the heart of the situation. The heart of the situation is talking about someone being stuck in their ways, like someone being stuck in how they do things. This Fool reversed is like not having faith in the universe, but this is also like, I've been there, done that. This is not my first rodeo. And this is also about not grounding into something and not committing to something. Kind of being stuck in an old way of doing something. That's my feeling. And this is even, here's a Page of Wands reversed happening now and into the near future. And this is about closing the door. This is about not opening the door to an opportunity. We're going to clarify all this too, Scorpio. Your big picture is also talking about non-collaboration. So here we have the Three of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So for me, this is like self-validation, having to validate self or choosing to validate self rather than have others validate you. Perhaps being put in a situation where you have to validate self. I also feel like this has to do with honoring what has not worked for you in the past. Perhaps closing doors to things that you know are not going to serve you, and you're trusting your intuition on that. And you know the self-validation is right for you. Here's the deal. Here in your release position is the Devil, but the Devil's reversed. So this is like release the idea that the themes and patterns that are not serving you, you're aware of them. You have some themes and patterns that are not serving you that you are not completely tuned into just yet. For some reason, I want to go ahead and clarify that. And this card, this deck is lighting up over here. Okay, so what are those patterns and themes that you are not aware of that are not helping you out in this situation here? There's something having to do with your higher self is talking about dysfunctional group dynamics, dysfunctional family dynamics, dysfunctional group dynamics, dynamics that do not work. Okay, so interesting. So we've got the Ten of Cups and we've got the Knight of Wands reversed. So something that has not happened in the past, it has to do with kind of like dipping in and out of situations, of group situations. This is complete emotional fulfillment. So dipping in and out of happiness, dipping in and out of holding down functional dynamics, but then it flips and it's like, then I'm in dysfunctional dynamics. But it has to do with you moving your energy, like ebbing and flowing, kind of. It's like you all in and then all out, all in and then all out. And right now it looks like you're withdrawing all out. So let's take a look. You know, even your advice is like, for whatever reason, this imbalance is your advice. It's like, this isn't the time to be patient right now. This isn't the time to alchemize everything. There's something that is in your field that is not working. it does seem to be like some kind of, what is complete emotional fulfillment? I feel like somebody has some kind of addiction. It might be you, Scorpio. It might be the person or people that you live with. This might be ebbing and flowing with this addiction, whether it's yours or someone else's. It might have to do with dealing with someone's addiction, like having good days and bad days with it kind of thing. All right, and your angels and guides are talking about this Queen of Wands reversed. This Queen of Wands reversed is pissed off. This is a pissed off queen, and can be a vindictive queen. This vindictive queen, this can also mean that instead of actually like doing something awful to you or your things or whatever, it's more like she's taking her energy out, much like you might be taking your energy out of a situation and closing a door. She's closing herself off as well. Usually this queen though is expressive in that in some way. It's not like she walks away quietly. So this person would be loud about this. Let's do some clarifying. And here we have again the Three of Pentacles reversed. So this person is putting you in a situation where you have to be self-validating because they are not validating you. They could literally not be talking to you, but this queen is usually talkative. Even when she's withdrawing, she'll let you know about it. So this could be someone who has defamed you, called you out of your worth, but you'd know it. She said it to you. And of course, the cards don't have gender. They're not gender specific, but it's feminine energy. So this is someone who has let you know that you're going to have to do some self-validating right now because they're not validating you. They're angry with you somehow. And reverse the roles if that resonates more. This can be your person or this can be you. There's some resistance here to the Nine of Cups. And sometimes this is all about wish fulfillment and getting your wishes and dreams and hopes. However, this can also be excessive drinking, excessive imbibing of some kind. So having resistance to this excessiveness is a possibility here. And yeah, it's like, I feel like someone is trying really hard to get a handle on some kind of addiction or obsession. So past, present, future. In the past, here's the Eight of Cups reverse. It's like, I haven't been ready to move on or move forward. And in the present, there's some kind of control over that. I am in control of, things are being illuminated. So these patterns and themes, release the idea that the patterns and themes that you have that aren't serving you, you're seeing. It seems like that's possible, that it's been true. Like you haven't been able to see it. Yet present time would say it's becoming illuminated. Whatever's not serving you is becoming illuminated somehow. I feel like this is your energy right now, Scorpio, but I also feel like maybe for some of you, or in addition to your energy, someone else has stepped in and helped you out with some illumination. And this is action-oriented, stepping in and helping you out. It's like I feel like there's been a big conversation or discussion or argument or something about an obsession or an addiction, but it's enlightened you. It's brought light to the situation, or you have brought light to the situation for someone else close to you. And this outcome is talking about no longer having to sacrifice, no longer having to compromise yourself or sacrifice yourself in this situation. And this is all coming from a place of being offered something and not taking it. Let's clarify that. This is coming from a place where it's like I wasn't connected with my higher self enough to accept an offer from the universe. And let's look at this being set in my ways and closing the door. Again, we have the Fool reversed. So we have that. I'm clarifying the same thing. The Fool reversed. I'm not having complete confidence in the universe. That's what this is saying to me. And I feel like this is something that's happened before. It's like the same type of situation or the same type of decision or the same type of offer the universe has given you, that you weren't connected or connecting with the higher self. And it's like, I'm doing this my way. And here we have this King of Pentacles reversed. Let's clarify that King of Pentacles. That's interesting. So the King of Pentacles reversed is wounded. They're wounded and they're not necessarily making the best decisions for themselves in order to get stability, in order to gain actual emotional stability. Here we have the Moon card. This can very possibly be this person has been wounded and this is a mother wound. This person is also very possibly committed, but not acting committed. This is the married king, perhaps not acting married. But the reason why is because they're not being, I want to say fulfilled, but that fulfillment is coming from some kind of emotional childhood wound. But this whole energy at the heart of the situation that's about being set in my ways, this can very well be set in my patterns and set in doing it the way I want to do it, even if it's not healing. But closing the door to anyone else's idea, that could be why the self-validation is coming in too. I want to take a look at this advice. Your Temperance is reversed. It's like, yeah, don't have patience right now. Don't alchemize right now. What is this about? Don't try to make things work right now because there's something else that needs to be done. Oh, gotcha. There's something else that needs to be done instead of trying to alchemize things and make things work with whatever it is that you're doing here. And that thing that needs to be done is that healing the wound, possibly the mother wound, but this is I'm hearing unintentional breath work. I really don't know what that means, but I keep hearing it, so I'm going to just say it out loud. But I feel like this has to do with the mother wound or subconscious wounds that happen in childhood. Those are the things that need to be focused on right now. This is actually happening now in present time energy. This would be taking charge and enlightening those things that you've had undercover. This could be you helping somebody else out with this too. Keep that in mind, Scorpio, but this is pretty deep, pretty heavy. I want to take a look at this advice and clarify that. Here's the King of Wands reversed. This advice is talking about, on one hand, this can be someone who is, here's that Page of Wands reversed. Here's the King of Wands reversed. You're dealing with a Queen of Wands reversed. This could be, here's the Knight of Wands reversed. You've got the whole gamut here. Everybody's showing up. I feel like this could be more like a spouse or divine partnership. Both of you are coming up reversed. So for me, that's not being on the same page. This can be unplugging from that situation. But what I'm also seeing is this can have something to do with infidelity. So we've got those two kings, action-oriented energy that are coming up reversed. So this is imbalanced masculine energy. Yeah, and there's an obsession here. There's some kind of addiction. I mean, this could be, drinking, smoking, shopping, but it can be a sexual addiction too. I'm kind of picking up some sexual energy here. Let's look at the Hanged Man. reversed in your trajectory. This is like, I no longer have to sacrifice. I no longer have to suffer. I feel like someone is saying that, but it's actually very possibly feeding an addiction. There's a lot of communication around this. I also feel like you have friends that are telling you about this, or you are in a circle of people and you are telling someone else about this, about their behavior. You're hearing about it. Tell me more about that. There's some kind of full circle that happens here. And like this circle of friends, I feel like there's a circle of friends that communicate with you, or you are part of the circle of friends that communicates with someone about this behavior. Tell me about this Page of Wands reverse, closing the door. So there's a closing the door to one thing because there's an opportunity opening somewhere else. I feel like there might be, it's like closing the door to a relationship, opening the door to a different relationship. Ending one third-party situation to engage in another third-party situation, kind of situation, right? There's some kind of karmic injustice that's happening here. I don't feel like this is complete. I want to look at this. I want to look at this Emperor up here. This seems like a friend who's bringing enlightenment. But it's also a friend who has turned their back on a situation for some time. And it feels like you're finding out why. This is about looking at the past in a different way. This is about changing gears. You're finding out why this person seems like they come back to help you out after having been gone for some time, and they're thinking differently. They're seeing differently. They're looking at the situation differently. Okay. What I want to do is look at your love spread, Scorpio. So let's take a look at this. What we're going to do is look at your situation, look at your energy within the situation. We're going to look at your person who you're thinking of, their energy around the situation. We're going to look at the energy that binds the two of you together, possible outcome. We're going to look at some energy that you don't see coming. Here's the situation. Again, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. So this is looking at a situation differently than you did. So in the past, it was one way. In the present, there's a different understanding. And here's the Empress. There's a different understanding of abundance. There's a different understanding of the capacity to receive healing energy. Here's the Sun reversed. There's a different understanding about someone who it looks like wasn't shining their light completely. I'm going to clarify this. Someone wasn't giving their entire selves to a situation, and this information, this is illuminated now. Someone wasn't giving their 100% to a situation, and whether this is you or this other person, Scorpio, everybody knows now. Everybody knows why attention wasn't being given to the situation. Okay, so there's been a complete rebirth. There's been a complete turnaround of understanding of the truth from the past. The Empress is like this revert, or this Empress has a reversed Strength card here. It's like there's feminine energy that wasn't trusting herself that is now trusting herself. She's also, when I even say taking her energy out of the situation, she's recognizing her energy as not having been strong in the first place in the situation. And I'm hearing something about reflecting. She's reflecting. Let's look at the sun reversed. Right. She is recognizing, and this can be a he or she, the feminine energy, the internal process of this person is recognizing what their energy was like. They're seeing the situation for what it was rather than what they thought it was, what they wanted it to be. They stopped giving to the situation and they made a choice. Whew. Somebody basically left the situation, but it's not just left the situation. They energetically left the situation. All right, let's take a look at your energy, Scorpio. And we do have a Scorpio card here. Here we have the High Priestess reversed. So your energy, Scorpio, is talking about keeping things to yourself for quite some time and then finally speaking your truth. And your truth having to do with your highest and your greatest potential, your star. Speaking your truth about needing to heal or having been healed, making a decision to do that. I've made a decision to speak my truth about my highest and my greatest good. Okay, and let's take a look at the person that you're thinking of, Scorpio. And here's the Queen of Swords. So this person says, I intrinsically have my intentions aligned. And looks like this person ended something that felt sacred to them. And this person is now, there's some kind of communication. And I'm going to clarify all this. There's some kind of communication, but this is also a thought process. Thinking differently with that Eight of Swords reversed. There's some kind of thought process around this. I want to say too, there are a lot of swords here. So there's also some lack of emotion, or I even feel like this is cutting away emotion or being very logical, focusing on the logic rather than focusing on the emotion. Let's take a look at the energy that binds the two of you together. We've got the King of Wands reversed. Again, the World reversed and the Tower reversed. Well, geez, Scorpio. So the King of Wands reversed is somebody not being, somebody doing things that are only good for them. A lot of times it has to do with infidelity. There's some kind of unfinished business here. And there's some kind of, this can be anticipation for the other shoe to drop. The Tower card reversed. For me, this is also a Tower moment that's happened in the past. A huge change or trauma that has happened in the past. And there's still unfinished business around it. And there's, I also feel like this is the energy of both of you unplugging from the situation, unplugging your energy from the situation. And let's go ahead and clarify that. First, I want to clarify your energy, Scorpio. So being forthright with your words. Here's the Three of Wands reversed. So this is talking about not collecting, not it's like your ships are coming in and not being there when they arrive, not taking it, not no longer manifesting the things you were manifesting in the past, or no longer collecting the things that you manifested in the past. You manifested something and you're no longer getting it. And then we've got the Queen of Cups reversed. There's some kind of, I'm even hearing emotional trauma. I'm not, this is your energy, Scorpio. This is your emotional trauma around the star, the highest and greatest potential. Perhaps not collecting on this. And this decision, yeah, again, another decision being made. This is the decision to speak your truth about this healing process. I'm going to take a look at the person who you're thinking of and their energy. And they're very clear with their intrinsic direction. They're talking about, again, the Empress, but this Empress is reversed. They're very clear that they were not aligned before the way they wanted to be aligned with their abundance, with their intuition, with their health. But that's different now. They're talking about this Six of Cups reversed. They're talking about energy that was sacred to them, releasing it, focusing on that, focusing on the release of that energy. And then here is talking about it, communicating about it. And here's the King of Swords reversed. This person is also talking about feeling hypnotized. Talking about it now, clearly, where before they weren't clear. Okay. So let's take a look at the situation and just clarify the situation. The seeing things completely differently, recognizing their power in the situation and making a decision. We've got, yeah, this having to do with dysfunctional dynamics, the inner child offering love and love being taken away. Okay, and then let's take a look at that energy that binds the two of you together. Both of you withdrew energy from the situation. There's unfinished business about some kind of trauma that happened in the past. Yeah, there is soulmate energy here. Soulmate energy, sacred energy. There's a lot of love here. And here's that strength card again. Righted, however, this time. Even though there's a lot of love here, and even though there's a lot of sacred energy around relationship here, there's a lot of oppressing it as well. This again is clarifying the energy that binds the two of you together. There's a lot of oppressing this. There's a lot of keeping that in check, not acting on this feeling. Just like this person that you're thinking of is taking the emotion out of it and they're looking at things logistically. They're saying that they felt hypnotized. All right, let's take a look at a possible outcome here, Scorpio. We've got the Five of Wands. Here's some conflict. Wheel of Fortune reversed, which is just not good timing, not right timing, not divine right timing. Ooh, and reconciliation. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody say, when is the right time? Will there ever be a right time? There's conflict. This could be internal conflict with not knowing when the right time is. And I'm going to clarify that. With the Five, yeah. the internal conflict with the highest and greatest good. It's like this star is coming up for you again, Scorpio. It's like I have conflict with what my highest and my greatest good is. And being action oriented, I feel like you're really trying to suss out the perfect timing to be action oriented about speaking your truth around this. And let's look at this reconciliation. And here's the Knight of Wands. It also looks like there's some kind of, it's just reluctance. It's like you've got this Knight of Wands reversed. It's like energy in, energy out. So it's like stepping in, I've got all this conflict, I want to speak my truth, I'm being action oriented about it, but then I leave anyway. So why? Why do you leave? It's almost like you get what you need and you leave. You get the answers you need or the information you need, and then you leave feeling like you got what you needed and you can move on. Okay. I want to look at energy that you don't see coming, Scorpio, for November. Energy that you don't see coming this month. Scorpio, we've got a journey. And official person. Thief. Mature woman. I feel like the energy you don't see coming, it's very possible that the energy that you don't see coming is taking this journey and taking this journey, perhaps a reconciliation, but what happens is not exactly what you think is going to happen. Somebody's thinking very differently. Reverse the roles if it resonates. This could be you or this could be the person that you're thinking of, but like making something official, this feels like speaking truth, taking the journey to speak the truth, and then not having exactly what you were expecting to happen based on what this other person is thinking or feeling. I feel like also that's why you haven't made the journey to begin with. You're not sure how it's going to be taken. Okay, let's take a look at messages of love, Scorpio. What's going on? And then we're going to look at your romance oracle. So messages of love, what is going on here? Healing, old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Addiction, and addiction is affecting this relationship. Okay. Acceptance, everything happens for a reason. Decision, it's time to decide about this relationship. Wow, that's all pretty straightforward and everything that pretty much came up. All right. And I'm hearing something about addiction response. I don't know who that's for. Just say it. And your angels and guides are talking about separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. I do feel like there's been a lot of time apart. Let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Okay, Scorpio. You know, I'm not done yet. Let's pull one of these Moonology cards and see what's going on. What do your guides want to tell you? Have faith in your dreams. Oh, I do feel like your dreams are telling you, they're communicating with you about what's going on here. I also feel like your dreams are communicating with you about the things that the childhood issues to release. And surrender to the divine. One more. A fiery climax approaches. You might very well need to speak your truth, Scorpio, no matter what. Because you just have to get it out in order to heal. That is what I have for you. I'll be back in a couple of days with another energy check. Let me know how that resonated, Scorpio, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.